Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is SV. Today we're playing Satisfactory. Update 5. It's soon to be released out of experimental, but maybe at the time of you watching this it'll already be out. I can't remember the date. I have done a few things off camera, so let me give you a little bit of a tour. Number 1, let's go take a look at the new power plant. So I redid the coal power plant because it was, well, it needed expansion. And so I redid the look of it. Oh, we can get rid of this. I forgot that this is still here. Yeah, we don't need this anymore. That was a temporary measure for that to finish, which also means I think we could probably get rid of this whole platform here. Okay, great. From the top here, you can see it looks a lot, well, maybe not that much different, but a little bit different, and it's way bigger. And the reason is we're going to expand this to, oh, also I built this like little ladder and walkway over here with a door. Redid this entrance area a little bit, which I think that looks pretty freaking cool. And that too, to feed in the coal. And you feel like you'd hit your head here, but we're just tall enough. Got a nice little ladder system to take us down. Excuse me. And I'll take you through what we're looking at here. We'll go down to this level. So first of all, we've expanded this to be 18 coal generators long. So it'll be perfect for a Mark III belt for coal. And then we'll overclock the miner to support the additional coal coming in. So it should more than double once we get steel beams. Got the coal coming in here. We got a nice little doorway, and everything is fed underneath. So here's the underneath view. Give you an idea of what it looks like a little bit, and then let's go up above where you can see how it's fed up, which I think looks super clean. So we'll take this nice little path over here. So as you can see, coal comes in, water comes in. We have water full. We have coal full because this is the first segment. As we get further down, obviously we're not going to be able to support that. But all the generators feed like that, and then all the water extractors feed directly in, and then gets fed in there. I think it's a really clean design. Looks super slick, really easy to manage. I even added these little pillar supports for the walkway, even though it's obviously not needed. But I like the way all of this super looks, including this little end cap here, which is just a railing to that walkway. So really happy with the way this turned out, and it future-proofs us to add in additional power as soon as we get into steel, which is what we're going to tackle in this episode. But this is not the only thing that I did. Oh, look at that, a little wall segment from our previous one. Eagle-eyed viewers may have noticed something in the distance when I was heading towards the coal factory. What is that? That extension over there. Well, that is where steel is going to be built. We're going to build that on top of that. And boy, oh boy, let me tell you, that was a fun time getting those things all the way down there, because that is a hell of a way down. So we'll walk over there now, and I could show you. Well, there's other things that I did. I've been busy, mostly letting the factory just run in the background to gain materials and coupons. Like I converted, okay, I was going to say I converted everything to a Mark II belt. Didn't do these two. so we'll have to convert that. And we're going to go up to the second floor here in just a moment. Well, you've seen this floor to death. You've seen this plenty. Why don't we just hook this up directly to that? That's easier, right? So nothing new on this floor. Outside of all of these should be Mark II belts. And it seems I need to do a little bit of troubleshooting there. Coming in here, again, not much new outside of the Caterium has been fully built. We got the 5 lines coming out. Let me show you how I did this. So we've got 4. Those 4 plus half of this one go that way. These 4 plus half of this one go that way. And then the back 4, those 4, do the center line. So this line is less than a full line. And the other 2 are obviously, or the other 4 are obviously full lines. These have not been converted to Mark II yet, not all of them at least. I think the Caterium is all that's left. And then I send everything up to the next floor, including I've got silica and quartz here, which I don't know why the quartz is being so sporadic in its build. Somewhere down the line here, we are not bringing in the appropriate amount of quartz. So it's 37.5, 3.2, which we've got that, so I don't know. Well, I guess it's outputting 22.5 times 3, so not even a full belt. That's why. Okay. You'll notice I have not finished the walls and such here. And that partially is at the time of construction, I didn't have the silica to complete for windows. And so I just kind of moved on and figured there are more pressing issues to solve, like what I'm about to show you up above. Because boy, oh boy, was I busy. First of all, I also replaced a little walkway here and here. And, well, I got a little carried away. Or maybe a lot carried away. I'm going to walk you through this from the start of it. Okay. Materials all come up here. This is from the below floor. Okay. They all get separated into, or they all go straight across into their lines. Then they come in here. So we'll use the iron plates as an example. And it comes into this splitter. The splitter takes half of it up and sends it that way, which we'll look at in a second. And then the other half comes in here and down into a storage container. Easy. And that happens all the way down. But the nice way, I think I did this, is they're all straight lines until they have to curve in to their respective splitter. Alright, so that's pretty awesome, I think. I think it looks super freaking cool. Over here, we got ourselves a little walkway with some signs that tell us what's in each, and you could actually pull right out of the container just by hovering over the bottom there. So I can walk over, grab some screws if I so choose, put some back. Easy, right? We've got all the materials we're producing on the bottom floor right here. Super cool. So what's with this other row that shoots this way? Well, let's look at it. So first, I needed a way to get these materials to another floor. And so that's what my thought was here. We're going to talk about that section in a second. But then I was like, well, I'm not using these materials now, and I would like them to be turned into coupons. So that's what's going on here. 3 rows get merged into one and then sunk, just so that we're not overdoing it. I have a few of these turned off as I was running into power issues, hence the new power plant. But I am feeding them all in here and currently sinking quick wire, silica, and quartz. So we have one coupon left. I just cashed out 5, but we've got an additional one waiting. And these, obviously, it's a 50-50 split. Half of them go that way, half of them go into a storage container. Our storage containers are full, so currently all of them are going that way. These are all Mark II belts. Obviously, we are not producing enough to supply a full Mark II belt on these, so that's why we are seeing the gaps in the line. Sulfur is not being sunk, that's why it's not moving. You can see QuickWire is being sunk, and that's why that is still processing, even though the bins are full. Then I thought to myself, well, I can't be sitting here crafting endless amounts of reinforced iron plates. What am I to do about that? That's where this section came in. And here's the ingenious way that we've built. Because of the way we've built this, it allows me to make a quick expansion for reinforced iron plates and rotors. So let me walk through this. I've got 4 assemblers for reinforced iron plates, 4 assemblers for rotors. The bottom line here is plates, iron plates for the reinforced iron plates. The top one is screws. I put a splitter here, bring them in, separate them out, good to go. I put a splitter here, attach a lift, and then attach lifts up here to bring those in appropriately. Easy peasy on that. Similar for rotors. We need iron rods and screws. So I do the same thing. The only difference is didn't want a clipping line here. I raised it, brought it over, and brought it down into this splitter, which then still brings it down on the first floor. And then the screws again are on the second. Those get fed into a couple of storage containers right here. I don't like that belt, but nothing we're going to do about it right now, because I would rather have aligned it to the middle of this platform than just randomly off center. But we've got iron plates going. We're full on rotors, including a backup, as you can see here. And so when it comes time for us to work on the next floor and talk about the future materials, we will pull those these two are going to go in that direction and join the remainder of those storage containers. The overflow will go this way, similarly to these, and get added to the second floor. Or, what's that, the 4th floor now? The next floor up, all of this will get removed. These will no longer get merged together. We will split them and move them all together into one, and then they'll come up onto the next floor and we'll use them for future materials up there. But in today's build, we are going to finally tackle steel. And I'm going to say, what is it? Maybe times 9 is what we're going to need. So we need some rotors. Good thing we have a whole mess of them here. I'm going to take I'm going to do this. I'll do this. I'm going to take 2 stacks of rotors, and then I'll take 2 stacks of modular frames. I am not constructing modular frames anywhere yet, as that requires an iron plate as one of the recipes. So that would be the next floor section. What you see there was a result of temporary solutions in a previous build. So we've got a few stacks over here that we can take. You'll notice I also completed the vehicle transport. We got basic steel. And right now, the next one is Logistics Mark III. I want that because I want power storage and I want additional conveyors, which is going to make things super easy. After that, we'll do probably hypertubes because they're easy, and then after that we'll do advanced steel production, as heavily modular frames are the bane of my existence. But with that being said, I'm gonna dump these two so we have that stored and additional space available. And we've got enough for foundries. I don't know how many foundries we're gonna need, so we'll tackle that together. I also have a bourbon here. If you hear my glass clinking with ice, that's what that is. Normally drink my bourbons neat, but today I wanted an ice cube. Had a FaceTime call with a friend today. It was lovely. Always a good time to catch up with old friends. So I want to show you what we've got going on over here, because there's, let's just say a lot. Like, first of all, look at that. The amount of times I fell down there while building, I can't tell you. Too many. So we've got a line of what will be iron, and we've got a line of coal. I tested the line of coal just to make sure that it was coming up accordingly. So there's 2 coal nodes down there, both normal. They combine into, or maybe one's normal, one's impure, I can't remember. But anyway, they combine into the equivalent of a pure node coming out. So it's a pure node of coal, a pure node of iron, which is that one. And that means we're going to build steel. So let's look at what steel ingots require. 45, 45, but we're going to build this on the assumption that we have a 270 belt. So we need 6 of them. That's it. Easy. So the biggest question first is, where are we going to build this? Because I want to, kind of inclined to say I'm going to bring coal this way, iron this way, and then we'll start them here. So we're going to space them out like we did coal generators. So that's 4, 5, and 6. Easy. And then if we bring in coal, so first of all, that was more just like a test. And of course, we'll do Mark II belts when we have more available. We currently obviously don't. And we're going to do the same process we did for our little section down below. So I'm going to do a splitter. Right there. So our coal is going to be our... Oh, I don't need that one. Our coal is going to be the bottom line, the low line, and then our iron will be the top line. I have no rhyme or reason there, that's the way I built it. Nothing for visual aesthetics or anything like that. And just like that, we'll have coal coming in. Now to deal with iron, and oh, wouldn't it have been nice if that lined up? But alas, it did not. So what I'm going to do is logistics, Mark 1, and then I'm going to do, so if that's the lineup, I think it goes, oh, actually I could just go like that, but it'll be like so. So it's actually, that needs to be like there, I believe, for it to line up. It would actually be helpful if I line that up. Is that right? Let's see. Yep. Except for the input. Okay. That should be good. Okay, who did this? How embarrassing, you know? Boy, let me tell you, that looked like it was aligned. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. If I do that, I should get a line now. Oh my lord. There we go. But see, the fact that that lines up, that took way longer than it should have. Alright, but that's in there now. And these are all well and good, but we need to actually remove them here for a split second because we need to... Yep, that's correct. So I'm just looking at the orange arrow on the third one. And we need these to be actually off by one, which just means to me, like, I can't have this. We're gonna do all of these on the same level just to make sure that we've got appropriate spacing. Okay, definitely not what I wanted to select, but fine. Is that lined up? It is. There we go. So you can see what I'm doing here. I just want to realign these just to make sure I've got... Okay, that was awkward. Just to make sure that we've got the alignment of this accurately, because now that's going to align, and it's going to look really nice because it will be aligned above and below, whereas before it would have been somewhat staggered, so it would have been a little awkward, but not too bad. That's a good way to do it if you don't want clipping. And then we're going to redo this line, because it was originally constructed for the center, and obviously we don't have that now. So we're just going to align like so. So like we're basically done with our steel beam, well, I guess part of it, we still need to actually do something with the ingots. This is just a smelting process. So steel ingot. So we're going to take constructors and turn this into steel beams and steel pipes, which we could use in this area straight ahead. And I might do like steel pipes, steel beams, something in that vein. But next up, I want to see, thank you, don't need that anymore. Okay, let's see. Steel beams take 60 per minute and dish out 15. How much does this give out? 45. 45 times 6, 270. So it takes in 45, spits out 45, 1 to 1. Well, I guess 2 to 1, but one of each material to 1. So okay, let's also see what pipes give off. 30 to 20. So if we split them down the middle and do, well, this might be a little bit difficult. 270 divided by 2, it's 135. We're not going to do that. Let's say 180 and 90. So 3 of these for beams, 3 of those for pipes, and we should be and how much does this spit out? 45? Okay, so let's actually break this down. Sorry, I'm doing the math in real time. So if I do 15 per minute, I'd like more than 30 per minute. So 3 of them will give me 180. These 2 will give me 90, which is the remainder of it. Okay, and we're gonna do beams on this side because beams are actually more important first, just to get belts down. So let's just plan out like this is, let's say this is where beams are gonna start. And we say 3 of them, so we need 180. Which 45, 45, that's 90, 45, 45, that's 180, and there's the 270. So those 4 go into those 3. So, okay, that's actually a little bit easier than I originally was thinking. We'll do a merger here. Don't believe that's lined up. We can actually use Mark 1s for that part of it. Okay. But we're gonna just... Wait, what? Oh, the output on this one is weird. Oh. Okay, the output on all of these is weird because SV was not paying attention. I want the output to be like so. Oh, these are mergers! Oh my god, I'm extra not paying attention. Sorry if you're yelling at me in the comments. Maybe one too many bourbons, you know? We've all been there. Okay. So that's going to yield us the 180 we need to feed these. I'm of the mindset if like we have to start it with Mark 1s and then eventually get Mark 2s, great. At least we are getting something produced. Yep, good. And then these are just going to go into, so steel pipes 30, we've got 90, so 3 of these. Right? And this is 60. Yep. So 3 of these, 3 of these. Let's do a splitter here. Sorry if I'm moving a little fast, or honestly, if I'm moving a little slow for you. I'm trying to figure this out kind of in, well, not kind of, like legitimately in real time. Since it's just the 2 here, I can do this, and then I'll just do this. Now, I mean, it's a clean enough build, but it could be cleaner. Okay, so merger. Merger, we don't need this one. So this can be steel pipes, which is going to yield 20, 20, 20, which is a 60 belt is just fine. So a Mark 1 belt is more than fine here. And what we're going to do is, as a temporary solution before we add it to the official factory, because we're going to use this quite a bit in the early game. Or, I don't know about early game, but you know what I'm saying, like before we start incorporating it into Mark IV belts and all of that stuff. So this is going to spit out 15, 45, still can live on a Mark I belt. Okay, well, we've got all of that settled. Time to bring some power up here. Because right now, the way that we got coal, I was testing it with power generators, like biomass generators, just to see if coal would flow all the way up. Because I haven't really done a multi-level through floors with the wall floors yet. With the wall floors. Yep, that makes complete sense, SV. What I meant to say is with the conveyor, like, whole thing. Ooh, can I actually put it right here? Because that's really where I want it. What is happening? Do not tell me that's too far. Thank God. So we're going to put it on the outside here, as we do. And let's not forget, all of this is a temporary solution for our lovely, what would be called a Kickstarter base. That's like the term that you hear a lot for this. Is actually, can I put that right there? And then we're gonna have this go. I'm gonna see how I want to do this. Like that, and then I'll do that to there, that to there. Look at that, we got power. And now, Same thing here. And yes, it's overkill. I could just connect it there, but look how much cooler it looks when I do it that way, right? And then this one, we're gonna run here. This will look good, I feel. Any clipping? Yeah, through that conveyor lift, but that's not too bad. Power cables clipping is not as big a concern to me as some other things are. Now, here's the real challenge. Getting this damn line all the way down to the miners. So, can I do... Oof. Nope. Okay, I thought you could do... So we'll use this as the power line. Oof. I don't like it, I don't like it. Fine, you could be right there. And then I think what I'm going to do is double wall outlet right next to this. Here. Then we're going to run the line on the inside because I can actually control that. Ooh, catch it. We're going to do something. Avert your eyes for you that don't like clipping. And the unfortunate thing is I decided I wanted a wall built. What is happening? Ooh, it's like I can almost do it. Let's go there, and that should be enough to get me. Actually, that's enough to get down. And then I'm just going to take this here and then to that. And so that's iron. And that's coal over there, but coal is already running on biomass burners, just temporarily. Just because I wanted to test it, but clearly we're not going to keep it that way. Let's zoop this. Let's finish this off just slightly. And was that perfect? Was that a perfect zoop? Ladies and gentlemen, you never see it. A perfect zoop. I have another ladder right here. Don't remember if this one goes all the way down. But we need to bring power. Here, I almost went down there without bringing any power. And, you know, we're just gonna maintain the same procedure. Ooh. Well, here's the unfortunate thing. Someone didn't zoop. Whoop. Oh, that could have been it. That could have been it. And I got rid of my things to heal. Ooh, actually, now that I think of it, I'm gonna do this. See what I mean by it being a little... If you fall here, like, that's it. There's no recovering from that. It's just... Wait. Is that attached? It is. I don't like it. Okay, that's cleaner. It is nerve-wracking up here, I will tell you that. Because, like, that fall... I think if I can do a conveyor lift, I should be able to do a power line. I think that's a pretty good rule of thumb. So what if I do that? Man, let me tell you, the encroaching stuff is a game changer for reasons like that. In the past, you would not be able to build that, and you would have had to do all sorts of shenanigans to try to make that connection possible. Look at that. EZ here. And let's say I'm going to go just take it to here. Goodbye. You are no longer required. And you are powered. So we should have steel. Let's look at these lines. 60 coming out of here. Oh, it's 2 normal nodes. That's what it was. Here, just send it all on out. Don't know if we're going to finish these lifts right now. We may in the future, but right now that's not a priority. What our priority is to get some steel up, and it's looking really good. You know what else is looking pretty good? The time on this video. Just looked at it, and we are well over. So let's see our first, well, I wouldn't see our first iron ingots. Those already probably have been made. But I want to see if we have any beams. Hey, there's some beams! So that's our first beams made. No pipes yet because of overflows. Pipes will come way later. But that's our first steel factory build. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you're enjoying the series. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one.